Job chapter 30. He says, I have become like dust and ashes. But actually, man is dust and ashes. That is all we are. The Bible uses that phrase very often about human beings, that we are merely dust and ashes. Job suffered all that he did, all this misjudgment, all this catastrophe coming into his life when God says, this is not punishment for you, Job. He suffers all this, and he looks at himself and says, well, I've become like dust and ashes. Job, you already were just dust and ashes. That's all you were. So, the point is that through suffering, through collapse of relationships, as he had with his wife, lost his children, his group of believers that he worshipped with, likewise, totally collapsed on him, through all that, you come to realize who you already are. He says, I've become like dust and ashes. Well, he always was just dust and ashes. So we are to learn from this, to accept who we really are, to accept our own humanity as it really is. And if you don't want to do that, you're going to go through a lot of trials and suffering, etc., which possibly could be avoidable if you just accept it, your humanity. This is all I am. Lying there on your bed in a hospice, knowing that any day now is the end, I guess you understand that I am just dust and ashes. But the whole art of the spiritual life is to understand that now. I am but dust and ashes. I am very frail, physically, morally, intellectually. I am extremely weak and frail. Understand that now. Rather than having to be driven to that understanding by awful trials, etc., understand it now and live with that sense of your own frail humanity and that humility and that softness and closeness to God. Live like that now, rather than having to be forced and pushed by catastrophe and by breakups, etc., and by your own death to come to understand that.